What's up, everybody? It is Friday, October 27th. Hope you're doing well. Hope your week is going well. I'm excited for the weekend. I have some great news that I wanted to talk about, and it has to do with Peter Thiel, who was the co-founder of PayPal back in 1999, and he had some great things to say about Bitcoin. And this is super important because you have one of the folks who revolutionized how we essentially were able to send and receive payments in a digital format when the internet was, I would say, a bit in its toddler phase, not its infancy, because 1999, I think they were still trying to figure out things. AOL was still around, right? But I think this is super important. So I wanted to share some takeaways from his conversation, his interview, and I'm gonna put a link in the video. As you can see here, this is the actual interview. It was done by Fox Business, so I'm gonna put a link in the description. You can watch the full video. But I wanted to share some of the takeaways and also talk about why this is super important. Now, really quick, Bitcoin is still hovering around 6,000. It had took a bit of a dive after the fork that took place for where folks are trying to get Bitcoin Gold. So a lot of people were pumping their investment into BitGold to try to get Bitcoin Gold at the fork. So things kind of slowed down after that, obviously, but now it's starting to pick up again. Yesterday, I think it was hovering even near close to 6,000. Right now, it's at 5,700, just over 5,700. So it's going to keep going up. And experts predict that it could go to 10,000, as early as January 2018. I'm personally investing in Bitcoin. And I think there's going to be lasting value there because people have trust in the security of Bitcoin via the blockchain, and they know it's unhackable and it's an open ledger, so it's very transparent and it can't be diluted or corrupted by government. So that's why people, I think, are putting their confidence in that. So let's go back to Peter Thiel. Once again, I just added some notes here for those of you who may not know who Peter Thiel is. So as mentioned, he's the co-founder of PayPal, and it was founded in 1999, and then he served as a CEO until they sold it to eBay for $1.5 billion. And I think most of us now have used PayPal. I've used PayPal so many times. I think many sites accept PayPal as a way to transfer payment and receive payment. So think about those days. If you go back, if you're old, if you were as of age where you knew about these things back in the 90s, when the internet came about and people were hesitant about the internet, like, oh my God, like I'm not gonna give my credit card or payment on the internet, and I don't know what I'm gonna use the internet for. But the technology was there, and the opportunity to share information and payment and drive commerce and things like that were there, but it takes time for people to get comfortable and for the mass adoption. And I think that's where Bitcoin is, right? Some people have said that the blockchain technology is kind of where the internet was in the early 90s. So we're on really the beginning point of really a radical and paradigm change that's going to take place in the way we transact and trust, and information is going to be shared, and as well as for currency, right? Digital currency. So Peter spoke at the Future Investment Initiative conference in Saudi Arabia, and he said, he's skeptical of most cryptocurrencies, which makes sense because there's a lot out there, right? And this is why I talk about in my other videos. You need to do your homework, read white papers, understand if this is the businesses that are putting out tokens and currencies and coins, that they are going somewhere and they are actually backed by real technology and actually solving a problem and have lasting potential. But he said Bitcoin is heavily underestimated, and this is coming from a guy who really helped revolutionize the online payment process and digital payments and things like that. He says Bitcoin is like gold, but easier to mine than gold, which is super true, right? That's straight up facts, because I think he mentioned a bit. There's only like 9 trillion worth of gold in the world, and there's 70 billion of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin obviously is more secure, and it's open to the public, so we actually can view the ledgers, we can view what's going on with the market there's a lot more transparency versus gold, which may be sitting in the Federal Reserve or wherever, whoever has gold. And really, at the end of the day, gold is just a rock, right? It's a metal, yes, but in a sense, it was pulled from the earth, and we gave it value. So there's no inherent like value in a sense of, some sort of establishment from the dawn of time that this is worth this amount of money. We gave it its value, and obviously now we're on fiat currency, so it's not, our money is not even backed by gold anymore. So it's really, that's where folks are like, you know what, we trust Bitcoin because going back to the security, the blockchain, incorruptible, and it's peer-to-peer, it's very open and transparent, and lack of centralization or so of the government trying to control it. He also said that Bitcoin did what PayPal couldn't do, which is create a digital currency. And that's amazing to hear that, because in a sense, Bitcoin could be seen as a competitor, right? Folks using Bitcoin instead of PayPal, but he's one of those guys who's a visionary, and they pick up on things. And even like Steve Wozniak from Apple had great things to say about Bitcoin. It's only the bank folks, some of the Wall Street folks who don't like it, like Jamie Dimon from Chase, and we all know why, because they want to control the currency. And Bitcoin disrupts and could potentially hurt their business. Even Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street, he had some negative things to say about it as well. And he's a Wall Street guy who scammed people back in the day with penny stocks. So really, you have to look at who's saying what and the reasons why. Read between the lines and their background, their knowledge. So it's really, really important and really awesome that Peter Thiel, once again, the guy who helped revolutionize online commerce and digital transactions and transfer of money online back in the day. He had his failures and learnings and things like that, because, going back to the early days, PayPal had its issues and hacking and all of that. But those things are normal. Anytime you have a new emerging technology or industry, has to go through kind of the fire, right? And you gotta get rid of all the roadblocks and the friction and the issues, and then you fine tune it where it becomes usable and people can put trust in it, and it then becomes mass adopted. So I think this is huge news. That's why I'm personally invested in crypto, Bitcoin. I'm invested in Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple as well. I own some Omisigo as well, some Stellar Lumens, also 10x, because they are actually, and they're currently in Europe where they're sending out the cards, but they're actually a payment service where they're going to give you a Visa credit card that you can pay with your cryptocurrency, and it works along with an app that gives you real-time conversion. So that's coming in the US in 2018, so I'm investing in that too. So I think crypto is going to keep going up. I think Bitcoin is going to keep going up because people are putting their trust in it, because they, once again, going back to why Bitcoin was created after the 2008 recession and crash, we see what the government's doing and the Fed's doing, manipulating fiat currency, and really, they're controlling it. They're kind of like the mob and just doing what they want. And people are getting screwed, right? Even the taxpayer money was used to bail out these banks who were doing whatever they wanted and crash the economy. So I think that's where we're going, and you'll notice that once again, guys like Jamie Dimon and the Wall Street folks, some of them may keep saying negative things, but I think those who are visionaries, those who understand digital and how technology is evolving, will totally be on board with Bitcoin and digital currency. So those are my thoughts. Would love to hear what you guys think. Please leave your comments in the comment section. Also, if you like this video, please thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more cryptocurrency news. And stay tuned for more videos. I might be putting out about maybe 2 more videos later today. There's a lot of great crypto news today. So talk to you guys later.